Well, I just thought, you know,
Modern
times need a move with the modern times, just. And Christopher Cahoon from 2cddesigns.co.uk did a brilliant job. He pulled the whole thing together, but it was with our thoughts behind it, you know, what way we wanted to go and what we wanted to show it. So the web page is up there, www.casper-rockband.co.uk.
Only for the web, you know.
Yeah.
You'd be at the very bottom rung of the ladder. The web has really pushed the band, and people's clicking on. Guys are coming on from another part of the world. Canada is a guy coming on from Canada and Wales or something.
Yeah, someone from Devon. It's just gone from strength to strength because we're getting more hits and more hits on it. But what I want to do too is anytime we're gigging, throw a couple of flyers out when we're out there to let people know that we do have a website that they can hear, etc. And soon, hopefully too, if we get it sorted out, we'll have samples of the CD on the album so people can hear what they're going to hear at a gig, or near enough what they're going to hear at a gig anyway. Like, you know.
Let's see, one of my favourite venues out of all the gigs was the Bag It in Dublin, because that's where all Thin Lizzy and U2 started, and it was just the place to be in Dublin, and we could only get in to support a band, but the sound, they always had a first class sound going, and the people are right in your face, and you had to win them or else they just get off, you know. That was it. You're really up against it, and I love gigs you get. Horsep's gig was another special gig, you know. The rest there's loads of ones that I could count, you know, but they're special ones, you know.
The Wilmer House in Newcastle in Portstewart. There's a place in Portstewart called Spuds. A lot of bikers went to that gig, and it was a hot spot up around there as well. But those ones, as Mickey said earlier on, like, were favourites too. So
it's hard to beat your own hometown, but outside of Roma, we had a bar called Mason's Bar in Derry, where it's a small bar downstairs, but an upstairs venue, and we rocked the socks off of Derry. We started playing Mason's Bar in Derry. It's still going as a venue, and we don't know how we're trying to get back into Mason's, but it's hard to beat that intimacy of a small venue packed to the rafters. People right up close and personal to you, and as Mickey said, there was another place called the McGonagall's in Dublin as well. You know, it was a good gig, but not as big as the Bag It In.
One of the other ones that we forgot about was the playing the night before Slane. The Rolling Stones down in Slane, and we played in the campsite the night before. The gig was a brilliant gig. There was thousands at it because it was the campsite, obviously. But only the bad point of it was people got the amp stole at the end of the night, you know. But other than that, it was great because we did. I think we did Still in Love with You, and you could just see lighters for nearly a mile. It's great.
You mean Connor's permed hair?
My hair wasn't permed. Everybody thinks it was. His was. Yeah. Mine wasn't.
Well, I think
he had an afro.
I think at that time we wore the leather jackets. You know, we had the long hair, the tight jeans, the white boots. That's the way people dressed. You know, I remember having a denim jacket that was covered with patches of different bands sewed with it. You couldn't have seen denim. Some guy came to me in a gig in Portstewart, offering to buy the jacket off me, and I was like, no, I wear it on stage. I wear it down the street. You wore the same clothes day in, day out. You lived in those clothes, you know. And it was.
We were rockers.
That's the way it was. Drainpipe jeans clinging to the very bottom of your ankles, but nowadays the waists are bigger, the shoulders are bigger. You know, and they're slightly slower, but.
Right.
Past influence for me would have been, as a bass player, would have been probably Geddy Lee from Rush, Steve Harris from Iron Maiden, a guy called Billy Sheehan from a band called Tallis way back in the 80s. He was just a tremendous rock player. Those three guys, you know, I just put on the old records and sit there and put my amp and bass on and play along to all those songs. But presently now, at the minute, favourite bands would probably be like some like Dream Theater, who are again progressive rock, just totally out of this world. I wouldn't have a favourite player in the band because they're all
good,
exceptional musicians, a whole lot of them. So I can't say he's better than him, but they're all just such a talented bunch of guys. So that's kind of my influence. Also, John Farnham is my favourite singer, Australian singer.
Peter mentioned Rush there, still into Rush, big time. Neil Peart is just good. He's unbelievable. There's another drummer called Thomas Lang. Unbelievably fast. He can drum as fast with his feet as normal people can with his hands. That's how quick he is. Brian Downey was very underrated. Very, very underrated with Thin Lizzy, but was a phenomenal drummer. And now, even the songs, the stuff I'm listening to now is still back in the. It's still Rush, Whitesnake, AC/DC, Lizzy.
Yeah, I like such a wide variety of stuff. I could listen to blues and then country, and I just love American country. Some of the players, some musicians, but what true to my heart, like rock, contemporary rock music's where it is with me. That's where it really is. And I suppose bands, I think, to me personally, Deep Purple's live in Japan. I don't think very few bands could, even to in this day and age, will ever touch it. The playing went on. Richie Blackmore playing guitar and Ian Gillan singing. That was unreal. And I always go back to that album. And then guitar players, my biggest influence was Michael Schenker from UFO. His playing, his sound, and I just was in love with it. I just loved him playing. Gary Moore too. I love the feeling that he put into the guitar. I love anybody with the feeling. And but they're now, people say Dream Theater. All I can do is look at them and listen to them, and just you'll never even get close to it. That's it. Well, sometimes I can just get an idea in the guitar and I just go with it. And the last song I could more or less nail it all myself. I was finding the guitar I was playing. I hadn't played that type of guitar in a long time. I got inspired by it, and I got a buzz. And saying that, I always need Pee Wee there to fire off stuff, and he would have a note, and I would, I do that, or something like that, or that's basically, and then we'd bring it out to rehearsal, and we'd have a good idea what way we want the drum, and then Connor might do a different beat, and we'll try out different stuff. And that's basically that's basically the way we. You can't sit down and just go, I'm going to do it. It just, you have to be in the humour, you have to be in the humour, some sort of inspiration come to you. But saying that, there's 11 tracks there, finished from start to finish, and all the music's there, but there's no lyrics at all. And lyrics is one of the slowest things. It could take me 2 months to write a song, and then I might write it in 5 minutes. And some of them songs, the three of us sat down, and I just went, I've had enough, I can't do anymore. And Connor would have took it away and put ideas and riffs in. So
you do just come to a brick wall, something.
You do.
I need ideas here, and nothing's coming at you. You're going, it's so frustrating. Sometimes you just need to leave the room, come back in a day or two, and say, listen, I've got a couple of ideas here. Well, just jot them down. And that's
there you go.
Where to go again.